Today we are going to be taking a look at Harpies. Now this was a requested video, and luckily, Harpies did just get a fantastic new piece of support in the OCG in the form of Harpie's pet dragon, Fearsome Fireblast. Now this is a retrain of Harpie's pet dragon that can both summon itself and has an effect when sent to graveyard, and it additionally allows us to play a very small and compact tri-brigade engine. Now I am actually really happy with the way that this deck turned out, and I think Fearsome Fireblast is an incredible piece of support for this deck. I feel like it really helps tie everything together and make the deck function a little bit more the way it feels like it should. Now I do have a total of 6 combos to show to you guys, all of them featuring Fearsome Fireblast, as well as 3 replays. So let's go ahead and head over to those combos and see how they all work. So our first combo here is going to be the base to a lot of our combos moving forward. What you need to do it is simply just a Harpie Lady, doesn't matter which one, and your Fearsome Fireblast. You're going to get both on board, then you're going to link off into a Romulus. You're going to trigger the effect of both Romulus and your Fearsome Fireblast in the graveyard. You'll send Nerval and search for Dragon Ravine. Off the Nerval, you're going to search for a kit. Now you're going to activate Dragon Ravine, and you're going to discard the kit in order to search for Dragunity Legius. Then you're going to use the kit in order to send Rendezvous to the graveyard. Now Dragunity Legius has an effect that allows it to special summon itself if you have Dragon Ravine. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to link off the Romulus and the Legius in order to make your Simorgh Link monster. Now a cool point about this combo is you don't technically need to start with a Harpie Lady in order to do it. Technically you just need a wind attribute winged beast monster. So for example, if you open the Nerval, instead of sending the Nerval off of the Fearsome Fireblast, you can send a Harpie's Harpist, letting you do the exact same combo, but at the end of the combo, you'll be able to search for a Harpie Lady of your choice. The only winged beast you really don't want to start with is Legatus, but if you do happen to open it and another winged beast, you can do the exact same combo, just sending Tempest off of the Dragon Ravine instead of searching the Legatus. This next combo is to show that it's not bad to open the one-of kit either. Assuming that you're able to do the main combo, instead of searching the kit, you can search the Kuraz. And what this will allow you to do is you can either end on the exact same end board as we've done before, plus an additional Link monster summoned off the Kuraz, or you can end on a board very similar to how Tri-Brigade ends it. Do note though, if you use the effect of your Tri-Brigade Link monster in order to search your Tri-Brigade Revolt, you won't be able to use the effect of the Simorgh Link monster during the end phase, as you will be locked into Tri-Brigades. Now one of the most powerful cards in the Harpie strategy is Harpie's Featherstorm. If you draw this card, you essentially never have to worry about hand traps. So if you have your base combo, what you do is you shotgun it on the normal summon of the Harpie Lady. But if you have, let's say, Perfumer instead of a regular Harpie Lady, you'll be able to search Elegant Egotist, basically just being sure that you always have a Harpie Lady on board so that you can just hold the Harpie's Featherstorm. That way you can use it on the opponent's turn if they don't have a hand trap. Harpie's Featherstorm is easily one of the best cards in the entire deck. That's why you want to hold on to it and not shotgun it if at all possible. Since the card is amazing whether you're going first or second, it basically means that on that turn, your opponent isn't going to be able to use any monster effects. Our next combo here is going to be showing off an interaction, a fairly old one, that is viable again thanks to Fearsome Fireblast being a card. You see, when Harpie's Chandler first came out, people were actually playing the original Harpie's Pet Dragon. And it was so that you could make rank 7s. Chandler changes itself to a level 7 if you control a dragon monster. Before, what you would do with it is you would make a Draco Sack, but now we have Raid Raptor's Arsenal Falcon, which summons out a level 4 winged beast monster from deck, which happens to be functionally your entire deck. Your best target is probably Perfumer, since you can use it in order to make a Simorgh kind of on its own using the combo that we were doing before. Our next combo here is going to be Chandler plus Elegant Egotist. Now this gives you access to your other really good target off of your Arsenal Falcon, which would be the Wind Barrier statue. After summoning it, you can still combo and get into your Simorgh Link. However, your opponent won't be able to hit you with Nibiru since you're summoning out your Wind Barrier statue so early on in the combo. Now that you've seen the basis for a lot of our combos, let's get into some gameplay. So one of my favorite parts about this deck is looking at how everything kind of comes together. You do start with 5 cards, and a lot of times your interactions are significantly better than the ones that you see in the base combos. For example, if you start with Hysteric Sign, you have the opportunity to either search for an Elegant Egotist in order to start off your combos and end on the Wind Barrier statue, or you can discard it off of your Dragon's Ravine in order to ensure at the end phase you have a Harpie's Featherstorm to stop your opponent from using monster effects in general. This deck also has quite a bit of recovery options and versatility. For example, instead of summoning the Wind Barrier statue, you can easily summon Mist Valley Apex Avion for a blanket negate if you think you're going up against a wind deck. And if your opponent doesn't break your entire board, normally you can hit them back with an OTK. For example, if they don't out the Arsenal Falcon, you're still going to have an additional unit underneath it in order to summon any level 4 winged beast monster from your deck, which often means you can go right back into full combo. So everything up until this point was kind of assuming that you're going first. So the question becomes, how does this deck deal with going second? Well, this deck does have a naturally built-in way to deal with back row. Harpie's Hunting Ground is both searchable with Harpie's Queen and Harpie's Perfumer, and lets you pop a back row every time you normal summon or special summon a Harpie. That said, ironically, this deck does have a little bit of a Blackwing problem going on, meaning if you stop the normal summon, a lot of times this deck cannot continue playing. Your only ways to really start playing without going into your normal summon or continue afterwards, it would be if you hard open Dragon Ravine, or if you open Unexpected Die. Now that said, Harpie's Featherstorm can be used offensively in order to break through boards. It does only negate monster effects, so you might need a combination of Harpie's Hunting Ground and Harpie's Featherstorm in order to break through specific boards. And if your opponent does diversify their board, or they put up too many negates and are capable of negating your Featherstorm, you might have a really hard time getting through. Now our last replay here is up against Red Eyes, and I kept this one in because I like the fact that this shows that you can use the Tri-Brigade engine in order to chain block and use that to out a Red Eyes fusion by hitting the Dragoon as soon as it hits the board. Now I did also want to bring up that this deck might be future-proof, in that nothing in this deck is necessarily super broken, and the Tri-Brigade stuff, while that might get hit on the ban list, I don't see Konami going after anything in this deck. I personally believe that if they go after Tri-Brigade, they're going to go after Fractal or Tenki, both of which this deck does not play. I could be wrong, they could go after the Trap or the Link 4, but I personally believe they would probably go after Fractal or Tenki. I think that's all I had planned to say about Harpies. Next week I have a video planned featuring the new support for Slifer and Obelisk that just dropped in the TCG. So hint hint, I wouldn't be bringing that up if I didn't already have an interesting concept put together for that video. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comment section down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to contact me directly, you can do so over Discord, link in the description.